in 2 weeks. Okay. I had unrealistic expectations, just like all of you have when you come to watch my content for the first time. So I'm not a support resistance trader, but I do use the order flow around old highs and old lows. If you are not aware of the old highs in the last week, every individual day, you want to know every single daily high and low of the last 5 days and at least Friday of last week. You want to know what last week's high and low was. Those levels are going to give you what I'm going to show you right here. This is an endless supply of setups, okay? I want you to sit still for a second. Put down your writing instrument for a moment, okay? And just think for a second. Think. What would it feel like if you knew, not guessed, not was influenced by me or anybody else? What if you knew how to go into an endless supply of new setups that it's never going to hide from you? It's never going to be changed. They're not going to change this, okay? This is not something that they're going to change the algorithm. You're never going to be able to take advantage of this anymore. This is always going to be there, folks, okay? I want you to understand that. I want you to get excited about this part. This is where you can allow your emotions to come into it. I want you to feel happy and excited because it's absolutely an endless supply of setups, period. It will never be exhausted, okay? If we're bullish, if we're expecting higher prices, by knowing the highs in the last 5 days and at least the previous week's Friday, and then knowing the previous week's high and low, you will always know where order flow is going to come in, and all you have to do is wait for the displacement. And what does that look like? Well, here we have the rally above the high on October 10th. That's this level here, okay? If you put this on your own chart, this is why I'm leaving parts of this stuff out, so that way it causes you to have an interactive study where you have to go into your charts, highlight the actual high of October 10th, 2024's high. It's last Thursday, okay? But putting that chart, I'm sorry, putting that line on your chart and then watching how price gyrates above it and comes back down, it doesn't stop there and go higher. Even though it's bullish, it does not stop there and go higher. It does what? It digs back down into the range. That's exactly what you want to see. Because what that's doing is it's offering you the opportunity to study and measure its willingness to go deeper into that range. Does it want to do so? No. How do we know that? Because we leave that range and go back above the high of October 10th again here. And then what does it do? Do we buy it now because it does this and touches it? No. Give it an opportunity to run back down in. Does it want to take the relative equal lows here? No. It's left the bait here because you're being trained to look for relative equal lows to be traded to. But what happens if it doesn't do it? It's telling you what? It's not likely to go lower. And if it's not likely to go lower when you're already predisposed to expect higher prices, then you're what? You're in a buy program. Then expect protraction higher. You see that here. The market rallies back above October 10th. Now, are we looking for the market to come back down and touch that high like support and resistance folks would assume? No, absolutely not. What we're looking for is any inefficiency on the pass down that will act as an inversion fair value gap. That's what this is right here. Now, as it's dropping down, I'm looking at that fair value gap, knowing that if it's really good, it won't even touch it because we spent some time in here and then left it. I'm going long right in here. I'll show you the executions in a moment, okay?